Hello and welcome to the USA New Times. Here are today's top stories shaping Africa and beyond. Rwanda's ambassador presents credentials to Russia's President Putin. FCM23 hands a control of Uvira to international forces. Rwanda's ambassador to the Russian Federation, Major General Joseph Nzabamwita, has officially presented his letter to credence to Russian President Vladimir Putin, formally accrediting him as Rwanda's representative in Russia. During the ceremony, he also delivered a special message from President Paul Kagame. The event took place on January 15, 2026 at the Kremlin, the official residence of the Russian president. A total of 32 ambassadors from different countries presented their credentials to President Putin on the same day. The ceremony was attended by senior Russian officials, including Foreign Affairs Minister. Ambassador Nzabamwita officially began his diplomatic duties on April 22 in 2025 after submitting copies of his credential to Russia Deputy Foreign Affairs. He replaced Lieutenant General retired Frank Marshal Kamanzi, whose term ended in February 2024. After receiving the credential, President Vladimir Putin emphasized that Russia's foreign policy is founded on mutual respect, adherence to international law, and the promotion of inclusive global governance. He highlighted the importance of Russia's relationship with Africa, noting that it is based on cooperation that benefits all parties involved. President Putin pointed out that many ambassadors from friendly African nations attended the ceremony, including representatives from Rwanda, Somalia, Gabon, Senegal, Mauritania, Algeria, Ghana, and Namibia. He reaffirmed Russia's commitment to strengthening cooperation with African countries in political, economics, and humanitarian sectors. The Russian leader also recalled Russia's historical role in supporting African countries during their struggle for independence, as well as its continued contribution to development, capacity building, and leadership training across the continent. President Putin further stated that Russia will continue expanding cooperation with Africa in line with agreement reached during Russia-Africa summits held in Sochi and St. Petersburg, as well as meeting between Africa and Russia foreign ministers, including the most recent one held in Cairo in 2025. He added that preparations are underway for another high-level meeting later this year. Following ceremony, Ambassador Nzabamwita handed over President Kagame's message to President Putin and held discussion with Foreign Ministry. Both sides agreed to maintain close and continuous communication. Talks focused on long-standing and steadily growing relationship between Rwanda and Russia, which dates back to 1963. This partnership has strengthened over the years through high-level engagement, including meetings between President Kagame and Putin during Russia-Africa Summit in 2018 and 2019. Diplomatic exchanges between the two countries' foreign ministries have also remained active. Most recently, Rwanda Foreign Affairs Olivier Nduhungirehe met with his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in Cairo in December 2025. Rwanda and Russia continue to cooperate in several key sectors, including nuclear technology, where Russia supports Rwanda's effort to develop nuclear energy for electricity production. The two countries also collaborate in education, with hundreds of Rwandan students currently studying at universities across Russia. The Rwandan embassy in Russia has reaffirmed its commitment to further strengthening bilateral relations, expanding cooperation in politics, social development, trade, culture, and tourism for the mutual benefit of both nations. The rebel group FC M23, opposing the government of the Republic of Congo, has announced that it's placing the city of Uvira under the control of international community and is calling for urgent measures to protect civilians. In a letter sent to the United Nations Secretary General on January 15, 2026, FC M23 said it had been requesting for 3 days that UN peacekeeping force in the DRC MONUSCO enter the city to ensure the safety of the residents. The letter was delivered to the UN Secretary General Special Representative in DRC Vivian van de Pele. FC M23 leader Colonel Nanga said his group decided to hand over all security responsibilities in Uvira to international forces. He explained that while a small number of their fighters remain to monitor the city, they also withdrew on January 15. The group urged the international community to quickly deploy neutral peacekeepers to Uvira to protect civilians and prevent threats from Burundian troops. The FDLR armed group, there was a Lendo military and other armed actors, all which they say jeopardize security in the city and the region. FC M23 says the Uvira on December 9, 2025, after a week-long battle in a part of the Rusizi Valley in South Kivu, the group later withdrew from the city as requested by United States to allow peace talk to continue. Meanwhile, the UN Security Council recently extended the MONUSCO mandate by 1 year, giving it a new responsibilities, including monitoring the ceasefire in South Kivu. This indicates that UN forces may soon be deployed to Uvira. Those are the latest regional and international developments. For continued updates, in-depth analysis, and breaking news, stay with the USA New Times, your trusted for global affairs.